Hey everybody, Jackie Tinker here with the virtual trialing group. This is challenge number 5. It is called ribbon pull. It's very exciting. It's going to move us in the direction of our first ultimate challenge, which will be shedding in a few weeks. So let's go through the setup on this 100 by 200 arena. Before I start on the obstacles, I will say that each run you're going to have to mark a sheep with a ribbon or some sort of thing around its neck. So it would be something you can pull off and tear easily. Crepe paper, like the birthday streamers type thing. I've seen used tape, like utility tape they use to kind of mark trees that are going to be cut down, or mark little utility flag type material, which it's plasticky and nylon. It kind of tears easily. It should not be a collar or something you have to slip on and slip off. It needs to be something that can be torn on. You could put Velcro on a bandana and, just use the Velcro, something like that. You can make a little thing, whatever it is, it needs to be able to be torn off easily. And so each time a person runs, there's going to be a little bit of setup on this. You're going to have to set your sheep up to have one sheep marked. I would recommend, if you're running multiple different dogs, using the different sheep each time. Okay, but this is going to be a great exercise on control and getting us ready for the dogs to control for shed. Okie dokie, 100 by 200. You're going to have a set out because we're doing a lift and fetch at the beginning. So you're going to have a set out up here. You don't have to mark it. You just have to make sure they hit the back of the arena there. You're going to leave these are going to be in the same place as they were from the last challenge if you still have them there. 20 feet from the front and 20 feet from the left side is number 2, and then 20 feet from number 2 is number 3. So these are going to be your drive panels. We have a Y chute that's off the fence. So you don't have to use full-on size panels, even if you're using sheep. If you've got small panels, and they're easier for you to put in and out, as long as the sheep can go through them without tearing anything up, that's fine too. You don't have to use full-size panels. We just want to use a Y chute. So the rule for the Y chute is going to be the angle of the chute will be 100. This angle right here will be 100 feet from the back of the arena. The open end here will be 20 feet from the right of the arena. So there needs to be a 20-foot gap between the widest end of the Y chute and the fence. And then we have our shedding circle that we'll see for the first time here. So it needs to be 30 feet in diameter. Get to use your geometry skills. And you need to mark it in such a way that I can see it from the camera. Whether that's bright colored spray paint, chalk powder, that you use for chalk for like softball and baseball things. Flags, you could use utility flags that you can see. Cones, as long as I can very clearly see the shed. And so set up your camera to make it so that we can see the shed, okay? Well, it's not going to be the shed, but the shedding circle. Do a test shot with your camera to make sure that I can see very clearly that, and also very clearly the drive post back here. Record in a higher resolution and upload to YouTube in a lower resolution. So that seems to be the best way to do it. And just make sure I can see them because it was really hard to see last time. Brighten these up, spray paint them bright, put flags up here, really make them bright so I can see them. Especially if they're very similar to the background. On green grass, orange cones sound really great, but sometimes on the dry, browner grass, it's harder to do. All right. There you go. Let's run the course. Try and get not too much talking here. Okay, you're going to start at the handler's post. Your stock will be set out here. One stock, one sheep or duck or whatever will be marked. You're going to do an outrun, lift, and fetch. I don't care which way you go. You can do either direction. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go over here just because it'll make it a little cleaner on the diagram. So you're going to fetch back to the left of the handler's post, through the Y chute, cross drive through your drive panels, and then head to the shedding ring. Advanced handlers must remain at the post until the sheep pass the plane of this. You can start when the first nose passes, since it's not very far from here. Once the first nose passes, you can start making your way to the shedding ring. Okay, everything has to happen inside this 30-foot diameter circle. Okay, so once the sheep come in here, if they leave before you do the ribbon pull, you will lose 1 point, which is a 10-second penalty. So once they come in, they need to stay in until you pull the ribbon. Time stops when you pull the ribbon or the bandana or whatever it is from the sheep's neck. Raise it up in the air, time will stop. Okay? That's all there is to it. If you're running ducks or turkeys or whatever, you can do the same thing if you feel like you can put a ribbon around the duck's necks that they won't get hurt. So it needs to be very, very terrible, like crepe paper or something. The alternative you have is you can stand with your feet in this triangle shape like a duck, heels together, toes pointed out, and get that one marked animal into between your feet and hold it there for a second. Reach down and act like you're going to pick it up. The whole point of a shed in real life is to be able to isolate an animal, to treat it, vaccinate it, treat for injuries, etc. So we want to be able to capture something here. And I figured this might be the best way to do it without damaging the stock or anything like that. Okay, there's going to be a second challenge this week, and it will be a handler challenge, but I will post it separately. So watch for that video. If you have any questions, let me know. Have fun with this one, and I will see your videos on Sunday.